Hey guys, my name is Mark and today I will prove all of these final meme fanboys wrong. Let's go! So about today's topic, basically it's about the fandom, but also it's about funding some of good other people who have a lot of knowledge about a mouse are talking about me that I have no idea about latencies, and today I will prove all you guys that in the first Finalmouse video I've ever made, this one, I was completely right about the latency of the mouse without even having an LDOT here, and today I will prove it with the LDOT. So all you guys who are talk about me in several discords like the Soundkönig Discord about how wrong and stupid I am, I'm sorry guys, I was right and I can prove it. That's the cool thing on it. But we just start with the Phantom. I bought the Phantom. Basically I wasn't able to get one on the initial drop, and someone sent it to me for free. I don't know who. I have it here now and I tested it. I played it live on stream. We just start as usual. I show you the box, guys. We talk a little bit about the shape, the size, the weight and stuff. Box is like the first one, but yeah, Phantom style, you know. We open it, then you have the full grip taped Phantom in it. No, you won't, because there's no grip tape supplied within the box. You will have a M-size Phantom, which looks very good, to be honest. I like the shape, I like the colors, I like the overall feeling, the stiffness. I like a lot about the mouse, to be honest. In general, was one of the best felt, or the best feeling I've ever had on an out-of-the-box mouse, which you can buy everywhere, if it would be available. Let's continue with the box. You have the dongle here, the big one, the round one. One little tip here from my side, don't use it flat on the desk like this, so don't have it laying flat. Try to have it like this with Finalmouse showing to your mouse or to your gamepad, and try to avoid VLAN router or the VLAN antenna of your PC near to it, because it can interfere your signals, and when you get signal switching the whole time on your mouse and on your dongle, it may add some latency, guys. So just keep this in mind. I switch basically the VLAN off here because I don't use it anyway, and that's just a small side information here like you always get on my channel. Then there's a plastic where the mouse was sitting in. Then you have like this little short guide here. I think it's in 2 languages, right? What is it? Is it? Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. I think. Okay, why? Okay, I don't mind. Basically, you have the English side that shows you some stuff, how to connect and how to switch. I think lift off distance was here, something about it. Yeah. No. On off, which cable, gigahertz. Oh, they such as Wi-Fi routers. They say here, as I told you, try to avoid Wi-Fi routers very close while it's gaming. Yeah. Then you have like, okay. Then you have like this little card. You had this card also on the first one. It also tells you about DPI switching here on this button. Here, there, the button. Very loud, the old one. Basically, yeah, it's a DPI button. Yes, there are DPI deviations, but it's common, guys. Please set your in-game sense a little bit down, a little bit low. Use mouse tester, use some other DPI checking tools to just check how far away the real DPI is from your set DPI to really find the sweet spot for your aim, or for the aim you had while it's maintaining your standard DPI. So that's it for the box. As I told you, I like the shape. I measured everything. It's like, for me, it's one of the best shapes available, to be honest. When I first played the Cape Town, I realized that I really liked the shape, but I never played the bigger one before. Later I bought the Air, the Ninja, which is way too big for me, to be honest. And also the Starlight, which was a little bit bigger than, so the first Starlight, which was a little bit bigger than the Cape Town, was okay. But when I got the M, I realized the M just in the broad, so the width, was just like perfect for me. Here, I really like the pronouncing here. It really is insane for me, to be honest, to fit my thumb here. It's like it's made for me, to be honest. I have a lot of grip with grip tape on this. I like it. And in general, the overall feeling, the haptic, the quality, for me on this version, I have here compared to the first one, which was very flawed, kind of raised a lot, felt way more versy. The scroll wheel isn't, yeah, is still a little bit off center, to be honest. This version this time has all 4 mouse skates laying on the desk. So not like this one where only 3 mouse feet touch the desk or the pad or whatever. And the side buttons are good, not wobbly. The only problem I have, and just basically the main problem here on this copy I have here, besides the tilted wheel, is like I have like a millipede problem or double click. It's like here there's like, it's like you need to, or how you need to feel it. It's like you have a little wobble or a resistor, a resistance before you even can click the switch, you know? It's like you have double click feeling, so you have to click, or it feels like you have to break the ice or whatever, and then you can click. It feels pretty off, to be honest. But the right click is awesome. If the left click would be like the right click, I would be very satisfied just for the click feeling. But in general, the magnesium alloy gives you a very insane feeling by the clicks, by how the stiffness is, how it feels in general. Then it's very light, it's very stiff. The flex is very low on this copy. You only can flex it when you push from the top, but that's the problem with when you use a plastic bottom and the rest is out of magnesium alloy. That's one of the main problems, because the case is not closed in front. You know, they have like 3 parts and the plastic bottom is also the front. Other competitors are doing a case where this part is closed, but for right now it looks like they will use plastic clicks, which is like oh yeah, now we have it. It's here. It's away now. The double click is away again. One main criteria why this mouse feels so awesome for me is like the metal or the mag alloy clicks. It's there. Awesome, guys. Gives you an awesome feeling, not gonna lie. One of the best mouse overall feelings I've ever had. But besides the broad, which I really like, it's like it was too long for me. For me, this product needs to be like length 75% of the S, and in width it needs to be the M. You know, like you have a 75% version of, or like this one would be then a 65 or 70% version of the M. Then it would be very nice. Then would be also be capable for every fingertip grip gamer on the world, and claw grip gamer would also love the mouse. But besides this, there's another major problem. Or no, wait, they tried to improve the mouse whilst or with just switching, for example, from the Omrons to the Kales, with a better centering of the mouse wheel, with a little bit, they adjusted the machines for the production and stuff. And I think a lot of stuff improved here. What they not improved was the PCB. It's still completely the same PCB as much as I saw so far, and what they also did not, or I don't know what they're thinking about, what they're doing. When you choose a new switch, or in general, when you build in a product with switches, sensors, whatever, every electronic or every part in a circuit, needs different voltages, flows, everything, you know. Everything has a data sheet to achieve the right voltage for the right contact duration times, for the right flows, for the, yeah, for everything. That's why not everyone can do it. And as you know, here are Kales in now. I also have here Kales 8.0 inside, the same one as here, but this one is modded by Bob, the first version, and this one is sold by Finalmouse with Kales. And one thing what happened here is, or what I think happened here, why this mouse is so slow, which I will prove in a second, that they just raised the debounce time again. I mean, I already have the updated firmware here with a raised debounce time compared to the very first original version, where many people had double clicks. They just raised it here, and then again they raised it here also. The mouse has a super high debounce to avoid double clicks on the Kales, because the way the Kales are made is totally different from how the Omrons are inside made of the switch is totally different, and that's why you need different voltages to have them running on the for the specs they are known for, and to avoid changing the circuit board to change the resistors or whatever they have in front before the switch comes. They just changed the debounce time. They just hired it to avoid double click even more. So there's no they didn't make any changes on the circuit board. They just raised debounce. So then I said myself, okay, now it's time. I have the LDAT here. Here is it. Give me a second. I have the LDAT here brought to me by NVIDIA, which is basically able to measure the click to photon latency, so end to end. You click here, and then the light or whatever you can use in Fortnite, in Kovacs, in Valorant, there are different ways to measure it, but it's always the same thing. There's the sensor, it measures when the shot comes or the light flashes or whatever. It's basically a flash indication. So it's click to photon, and I done this for you. I measured my system up front like I always do. My system up front was like, at this day, like it's always around 9 milliseconds in average. How you measure it, you place the LDAT here, then you push the button on the LDAT, it sends the shot internally, and then it's measured. Basically 9 milliseconds for this, so when the LDAT is the input device, and then I started measuring the mice I have here, which are basically the Phantom in M, the very first OG Starlight in S with Kales modded. Then I also measured the Air 58. I measured the Cape Town also. Those set to 1000 Hertz with the Dream Machines Pro S software. Then I also measured the G Pro Superlight. Why I measured this G Pro Superlight? Because it's one of the most sold, most adopted, most spreaded mouse for gaming, for competitive gaming at this time. And I need to check it because most of you guys have it or know it and want to have it compared. And then I done something really crucial. I mean, I have the Starlight Mod 1 here with the Logitech G305 with the old Hero sensor in it, and Kale Reds, so 4 O's, made by PMM Mouse Mods, and it's a very solid product. And I just wanted to know how fast it is to compare it, because it's like it's the Starlight S clone, and I just wanted to know. Basically, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the Starlight S. Let's talk about the numbers now. So we go for the Starlight. The Starlight was on the very, very first attempt. I was like, must be wrong. And then I just double checked another mouse, went back. So I already had some data from other mice, which I measured before, and just compared if everything is set right. And the data was identical like always. I always double check. I prepare with mice I've already measured to check if the setup of the day is exactly the same as before, and it was. And then I realized, okay, the Phantom is very slow. We know other YouTube reviewers who made this review or who made this LDAT check also. Basically, it's optimum test, most of you know. And his numbers are, I think, like 3ms, 4ms higher in average on mine, because my system is very optimized. Let's say it this way. My average time here on the Phantom is like 16.33 milliseconds. Now you think, oh, that's cool, 60 milliseconds. I mean, the highest measured was 20 milliseconds and the lowest was 13. And it's not cool, guys. It's far, 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 far away from cool. It's so far away from cool you can't imagine. I can explain you now why, because of frame times, latency, rendering, blah, blah, blah. But remember, when the LDAT sends the shot over the USB cable internally, it was 9 milliseconds. This is 16. How can this be a free-thinking device or free-thinker gaming mouse for the next 10 years? You will go back to Pentium 1 or what? PS2, USB 1.0? What you will do? You will go back to 60 FPS, 60 Hertz? Yeah, CRT, lowest latency, let's go. I mean, performance is just fucking trash for 200 euro. Remember, guys, a G Pro costs a half and you will be surprised in some minutes. I can tell you. So I was just not very satisfied or impressed by the numbers here. Very high numbers. The standard deviation was very low, so it means my measurement was very, very accurate, and 16.33 milliseconds are just fucking bad, not gonna lie, for a company who claims to have the best product on the market. It's not. So then I went over to check my modded Starlight-12. Basically, this version I have with the Kales in it, not with the Omrons. Nothing changed. Newest firmware update on it is 13.93 in average. The maximum was basically identical with the original one, but the low was like, yeah, 3 milliseconds faster. So this one performs in average 2 to 3 milliseconds better than the newer ones. So I think they just raised the debounce for 2 or for 4, something like that, to avoid double clicks. Because there's no other reason or sense to have 2 mice or 2 mouse from the same brand with the same circuit board, with everything the same, with also the same clicks, but with 2 completely different latencies. Different specs, different max and minimum latency, different average latency. Makes no sense. The only reason is higher debounce time. And I know Finalboy don't want to change it in future. I don't know if we put it in. I have something there, we will talk about it later. Let's say it here, they will not change it. Maybe I prove it, maybe you can prove it yourself. Then I went over to the next one. It's the Era 58 here, the Ninja mouse, you know. It's way too tall for me. This one it's like one of the tallest or biggest honeycomb mouse I've ever had in hand. It's real, it's like, I don't know, man. That's for Hulk, bro. That's all. It's like, if you have big hands, guys, you would love this size. It's insanely big, not gonna lie. And here the milliseconds was like, basically, even 1 millisecond lower. This was 12.85. It was even faster than the Starlight, the OG version. So the oldest mouse from Finalmouse, which was built in 2018, is even faster than the very first Freethinker mouse. So I don't know if that is good. Then I just measured the what did I measure next? Oh yeah, I measured the Cape Town next, and the Cape Town was like, in average, it was like also roundly 30 milliseconds. It was totally okay. I played it. It's also set to 1000 Hertz. Nothing special here. It's okay. Yeah. Keep in mind, it's wired and has nearly 14 ms. Then we went over to the real winner here of this review, to be honest. It's G Pro. I put out the G Pro, and I'm always surprised again when I have it in hand and measuring it with the LDAT. It's always like under 9 milliseconds in average. Always. The average is always under 9 milliseconds. I have no clue how they do it. And remember, the 9 milliseconds is basically the real latency of my system. And it's capable to do this. This mouse is capable to do this. It also is able to even be a little bit faster if you want. I know other reviewers who reviewed this mouse have numbers like 12 in the lowest or 14, 15, 16 average. But as I told you, my system is optimized. I have very, very high rate of knowledge about how to set up a very good UEFI BIOS, how to set up a low latency system. And I've done this for the test, and all mice are tested with the same system under the same criteria. These are all tested on the same day in the same time frame. So no change, no restart, no nothing. And this mouse is below 9 milliseconds, and this one is over 16. So this one, the G Pro, is double as fast as the new Starlight Phantom, but cost a half. So what the fuck, guys? Don't buy a Phantom then. Don't waste your money. Buy this one for $100 US, 100 euro, roundly 105 euro right now. It's the best bang here for the buck in my opinion. It's if you can handle the shape, it's awesome. If you can't, it's then I have maybe something new for you. This is a Starlight clone, the S clone, and it's basically made with Logitech hardware too. It has the 305 hardware in it. It's the old Hero one, and the average here is roughly 11 milliseconds, which is basically still faster than any Finalmouse product I have here. It's not the fastest, but believe me guys, these 11 milliseconds is also very fast compared to other big competitors. We will make a new roundup soon for all the other wireless mouse, but I can tell you these 11 milliseconds are fucking fast. There are producers who are not even able to achieve this while they're using a cable. So this is a good option for you. We put down in our code down there if you want. You can get it for 20 euro less, I think, with my code. So you save 20 euro, then it's even cheaper than Finalmouse. You have the same shape. You can choose your own skates. It has KL 4.0 with a tangerine system where you can set the height of the click yourself. And you can enjoy it because you know it's fucking fast. It's Logitech software. You can use the Logitech memory manager to set it up, and and just enjoy the product. And basically that's it, guys. I proved my statement, my claim from my very first Finalmouse video, where I said it was something between 14 and 60 milliseconds, or it felt for me it's like 14 to 60 milliseconds, and everyone said, yeah, you have no clue, you have no idea. Honestly, I was wrong there, because on your system it wasn't 14 to 16, on your system it was already 20 to 24 milliseconds. Just keep this in mind, guys. Basically that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you a lot of clarification about the products of Finalmouse, and I really love to see the keyboard end of the year. I really hope for 100 milliseconds keyboard. I'm so surprised, guys. Wow, another Finalmouse product out of the factory where the bold 6 euro or 6 US dollar mice with more RGB than you ever can imagine. Maybe Finalmouse should go over to this RGB section, because their supplier and manufacturer are only capable of this. They can't build fucking high performance products. They proved so many times, and they will continue to prove this. Thanks all the Finalboy and Finalmouse fanboys who are here right now and watched until this point. I love you all, and I know you love me. And for everyone else who's here, maybe who's new here, if you're new, leave a follow. We do very nice reviews, as you saw already. We always try to prove what we are claiming, and this channel in general is totally different from everything else, because we don't care about budgets, we don't care about products they sent us, and when they want to tell us how good they are, we basically don't care about anything, because we do that out of love, and we are interested about and into tech, and we want to show you the real world. Thanks for your support, guys. It's thanks for your love and your support, and see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.